Okay, so I started the stream, but I haven't put it onto our game yet. So I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to have any like starting gold and stuff?
Yeah, you should have from your background. You should have 10 starting gold.
Okay,
Is that
cool.
where you're starting with?
Actually, gold we're gonna be relatively loose with it, depending on how you do with missions. There'll be like a party pool,
Sure.
right?
Okay.
Like
Party pool.
I did the starting average, so I have 80
What?
for my class.
Cheating
My class
ass
started
piece
with
of shit.
80.
Yeah, but
Aren't
you had to
you a
spend it
wizard?
to buy stuff.
No, I didn't buy anything.
equipment you have to buy.
Fucking guy. Okay, I put 10 gold in my
Don't
thing.
worry about it.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep track as it becomes relevant.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
I
about
need
it
to
means
keep
we're
track.
getting robbed in the first 5 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah,
Thrown in a
first,
dungeon and have to fight rats.
no. Adam's character first thing is gonna say, "Okay, so I'm gonna start this Patronus account. Just give me all of your gold, and I'll handle it for you. Don't worry about it."
No. It's gonna be
Patronus.
money. It's gonna be 2 gold, so I do the poems. 5 gold, so I stop doing the poems.
Nice.
Those are rookie numbers, man.
Well, we'll see.
You
We'll
gotta
see how
start
they go.
small.
Fair point.
Pyramid
All right.
schemes didn't just, grow in one day.
Are you sure about
I was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say.
sure. Yeah. No.
Let me know when you guys are, or really John, when you're ready to go. And
that? Yeah, give me 1 minute.
I mean,
So
part of the
just so
comedy
you
is
know,
just trying to do this.
I'm gonna do the TFG Radio presents intro, and then I'm gonna do like a narrator's quick overview, right, of where we are, what's going on, and then the first time you say something, just take a second to like introduce like your name, your basically what you look like more or less, right? You don't have to do like a full deep like, well, I was born a poor black child, and
I was born a white child in a poor black neighborhood.
yeah, but just a quick rundown so people have an idea of all that.
I left Texas at the age of 4, leaving behind a wife and 3 children.
Danny,
Um,
did you where did you put the background stuff I wrote?
I emailed it to you.
Okay.
Oh, the background stuff you wrote?
Yes.
It's in your character sheet. I don't know where it is.
No, it's gone.
I didn't touch it.
I went back there to change something, and then it was gone. And the
I
last one to
didn't
look
touch
at it
it.
was you.
Did you store it under the folder called recycle?
I might have.
Did you
I don't
put
know, I
it?
didn't
Did
touch
you
it.
put it
I
in the
didn't touch that
trash?
section.
I don't know. I've asked Danny.
I didn't
Danny
touch
wrote
that
last-
section, so
Edit it. Well, it says Danny and Tom, so one of you two.
look, who's most likely to do this?
All right, it was Tom.
What'd I do?
You
It
deleted
doesn't
my.
matter. So just also say your names, guys, so I can remember what to call you and how you want it pronounced,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go by my nickname.
which is Dirge, right?
Butters?
No, he's being an edgelord. It's Dirge.
Yeah, it's Dirge. Oh, god damn it! Now I want to change it.
No, we're going. Everyone's going to call you Edgelord, Lord of the Edges.
Oh my God! Lord of the Edges.
Lord of the Edges.
That's fine. Y'all ain't gonna be laughing when I'm the only one that brought a stabilized spell.
Yeah, hope some of y'all know medicine.
I watched 2 YouTube videos today about how my class that I chose is like OP. People should
Nice.
play it.
Good.
I was like,
So what you're saying is that this is the equivalent of you joining a Formula 1 best car, but no prior experience.
right. Yes.
Do you guys have dice? Do you know how to do the whole thing?
For what?
Yeah, it's the like for example. Oh, I think I rolled something.
Yeah, you rolled a 1. Good job.
Yes. This is going swimmingly.
Oh god.
Did you see my roll?
No.
Was it
Good,
20?
because it was a GM roll. I'm just making
when
sure.
you roll, we don't see it.
Okay, Danny, I put my background back in.
Okay, thank you. Do you see that one?
No. Yes, we did see that one.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure I know the commands.
You also rolled. You also rolled a
One
1.
and one. Yep. Good times.
Great.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm on us now, so people aren't just listening to us be stupid.
All right, here we go. Welcome to TFG Radio, proudly presenting a squad of manly rogues in actual play D&D show. Look at that. Hello, everybody. This is Danny, your game master for as long as these three put up with me, or before the TPK kicks in. And we got the whole crew because we're
So
fucking
30 minutes from
quarantined
now?
with that Rona. we got our dates with the Rona, so we're all at home.
My Corona.
You know, no matter what Weird Al says on Twitter, you absolutely know he has a fucking canned version of my Corona
Yes.
just sitting in the studio.
It's waiting.
I'm sure he's recording it.
But anyway, we've got Adam.
Hey,
So-
hey.
And we got Tommy.
Hello.
And we've got, of course, still running things, at least partially, John.
I guess this means you have to keep my character alive.
No, because if you guys die, I'm just going to be like, well, roll a new character.
John will be the last one, and that's when it fades to black.
Yeah.
In the words of Hannibal Lecter, no, that is coincidental.
All right, so we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition in a little homebrew campaign with some tweaks just to pass the time, since this is usually when we go to the game store and steal on Tom in person. Now we do it through Roll20 and Discord. All right, so we'll actually get started into the game. So most people don't remember how long ago, but the Suiza, the arguably the most advanced and sophisticated, certainly the oldest civilization, recorded as over 100 years ago, the Tractus hegemony, an empire that spanned the entire northern continent, began to make forays into the southern continent and beyond. At first, they conquered mostly minor territories, powers that were mostly wildlands, barbarians, scattered tribes. But every year, they seemed to march more and more south, and their numbers continued to swell until finally, 40 years ago, the kinship was formed, an alliance between all non-Tractus peoples, whether they be a blood of Astarte, that's the word for human, whether they be Roko, also the word for orc, and every wild and civilized race banded together to fight the Tractus. And for 20 years, the war ground on, but the Tractus kept coming, slowly gaining ground with the fact that they seemed to outnumber every army at least 2-1, and they could send hundreds of thousands of arrows over the course of days into a fortress, just waiting with some kind of means of production never before seen. And so it was decided that the Great Hope would be undertaken. 100 heroes from all the free peoples gathered together to search for a weapon. 6 months ago, they succeeded. No one knows what happened to them. No one has ever seen anyone of the Great Hope return. But 6 months ago, every Tractus on the planet died horribly. In the process, the sky turned red, as did the sun and the moon. The days are getting hotter. The days are getting longer. Plants struggle to grow in the heat. And with the Tractus army completely annihilated, what is left of the free peoples are now left to their own devices in a world that's slowly dying. The Suiza and the Norsika of the Trondheim Empire have retreated to the last great city, closing it off entirely from anyone not pledging allegiance to their cause. And so what is left of the people of the world are just trying to survive. And this is where we meet our three, who have taken a job. They fought together, bled together, nearly died together many times during the war. And now that it's over, well, none of them have really a place to go. None of them have families to go back to. None of them have really any discernible skills other than killing people. And that is where we find our team, on a mission from their friend Miko, Roko, who told them that 3 or 4 days hard march into the mountains outside of Lucerne, a formerly Tractus city that has now fallen into ruin, but still has enough fertile farmland and right next to the water with still just enough fishing to get by, that there is something in the ruins of a hidden fortress of the Tractus. Their job is to get it, whatever it is, and they'll split it 50-50. And so here's where we meet our three, who they think they've found the fortress. But all they know, which was a warning, was that they're not the only crew looking for this place. And as they've learned before, the spirit of the kinship and goodwill towards all God's blood, regardless of who or what they are, is kind of wearing thin nowadays. So it's not likely that another team would be willing to negotiate. So we slip to the first. Venex will be the first to go. He is the quote unquote leader of the team only because he was a lieutenant in the United Tribes Army, mostly because he's survived the most battles of anyone that you've ever met. Seeing as most battles resulted in 90, if not 100% of the United Tribes forces eventually being slaughtered, the fact that he's lived through a dozen or more, somebody likes him. It's not skill. It can only be described as divine intervention. So you guys are here. You found it. It's dark. It is in the middle of the night, which thankfully at least it's cooler. Metal is not hot to the touch anymore. And you find yourself at a broken Tractus statue, which they often use to signify the certain types of fortresses and mines and things like that they symbolize. The Tractus actually didn't often write in their language. They do have a language that's very closely guarded. So they use statuaries and things like that to signify their territory and the functions of it. It's mostly broken, but if anyone has a history or investigation, they can make a roll for it.
I have investigation, actually.
Well, then go ahead and roll.
All right.
What's your character's name?
Yeah.
Oh, so are we doing backstories or no?
No, just as it becomes natural.
As it becomes natural,
man. This is natural.
Yes. Yeah. And my character's name is Arliss de Cremor, although I am an edgelord, so people call me Dirge.
He's the Lord Dirge, Lord of the Edges.
Lord of the Edges.
And also plagues.
No edges.
All right, so I rolled a 15, and my investigation 4, so I rolled a 19.
All right, so with that, plenty. You can definitely tell by looking at the statuary, kind of piecing it all back together, that this is both a fortress and a mine. There is definitely an underground component into here, but this is likely the place you're looking for, as it does have all the symbology for a fortress.
This is definitely a fortress and a mine, you guys.
Amazing RP. Really.
I'm still working on the voice. I haven't got the rasp yet. Still dying.
It's gonna be light on RP.
No, I mean, it depends on how many I have. Then I can get really into it.
All right, so what do you want to do?
I'm trying to see what skills I have. Hold on. Okay, so just so people know, my character is Venax Estorox, but I just go by Venrox. It's just easier to pronounce.
Benrox.
Every time I say my name, I do air guitar.
Yeah. Explosions.
Or every time I introduce myself. So I have a. So how far can we see?
You can only see because it's so dark and you don't have any torches lit for obvious reasons.
Security reasons.
Yeah, for security. For OBSEC, you don't have your torches lit. You can see only about 20 feet ahead of you. If you light torches, you could see probably another 60 feet.
We probably don't want to light torches.
This is where I regret not keeping the See in the Dark invocation from the Eldritch. Damn it.
Is there anything perception check could tell me about what direction?
Absolutely. You can roll a perception check and probably.
Okay.
I'll roll also because I have a.
Yeah, you can all roll.
I have a +3.
Sure.
I don't like Adam stealing my thunder. Can the DM make him stop?
Nope. Whoops, I rolled too many.
So my perception total would be a 9.
Okay.
Wait, what's passive perception?
That's if you're surprised or something. If something's hiding, do you notice them?
So mine would be a 18 because I'm better than John.
Jesus.
Mine is 16.
All right. So John, what's your character's name again? Geiseric. Right. So Geiseric doesn't notice shit. He's like, hey man, it's pretty dark out here. Fucking landlubbers.
There be no rum here.
But
but
the Lord of Edges.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Mine is just a fighter, obviously from the military.
Yeah.
Mine's a plague.
But Venrox and the Lord of Edges.
I'm fine with this. I'm owning it.
You guys can't hear anything, but when you just kind of stop and kind of close your eyes and quiet yourself, you can smell what is definitely the faint embers of some kind of fire. This is someone put it out not too long ago, but something was definitely burning, and it's not. You can tell it was definitely a campfire or something, or a cooking fire or something like that. So you can definitely smell that in the air coming. And with the way the breeze is, if looking where you guys are oriented. If you're in the southwest corner, you can tell it's coming from the northeast.
Can I use investigation to follow the smell?
Sure, fuck it, why not? Yes, and
natural 20.
Is anybody gonna tell me what the fuck's going on?
No,
Is this my guy's a dumbass and doesn't know shit.
Not on land apparently. So Dirge, you're able to, like, you can feel the wind, like suddenly some parts of you just completely like calms, and you see with scent as opposed to any other sense, and you can definitely tell that not only it's definitely to the northeast. There is some different kind of like foliage or something like that blocking in the way. That's kind of you can start to pick up the scent of, like, dying, dried out plants. You can also smell the ruin. You could tell between you is that and some more like ruins, right? Like you can like the heavy thing of stone. And to the north of you, most importantly, to the north of you, you can smell what is very much, because you've been in the military long enough. It's definitely the smell of unwashed bodies directly to the north of you.
So I thank my patron under my breath, and I'm gonna tell Adam, or how do I freaking say your guys' name? Venrox. Yeah. Fireworks come out of nowhere. Goblins are like, yeah. I tell them that there's people to the north, and that this may be an opportunity to ambush them.
I tell Geister to go take a look, because I can't sneak.
I got stealth. I can sneak, so I'll sneak. I'll tell the guys I'm gonna go ahead and sneak off to the north, and I'll come back and let you know what I find out.
All right, make a stealth roll.
Well, let's not fuck this one up, huh?
The worst part is.
Okay. So
ooh, nice.
Plus, let's see. My stealth is +4.
All right.
So
okay,
18.
so you move up completely. Like the moment you're out of like the kind of immediate light of like the stars and the moon, they can't see you. They don't hear you. It's like you just disappeared. So getting to where you are, just you, because you guys didn't figure out a way to talk to each other through this.
He'll come back.
Yeah. Sarek, you move through like some ruined what the hell? Sorry, my Siri like suddenly listened to me.
I want to play too.
You're hidden in some.
I am human.
In some like dead foliage, tumbleweeds, and pass through some like another crumbled statue. So go ahead and make a perception check, because you don't have a light source, so you can't see that much ahead of you.
Okay, sure. Gotta remember which mouse is controlling which screen.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a. You said perception or insight? Perception. That's gonna be a 12.
12. Okay, that's enough to where you can. Again, you can kind of hear it more than anything else. You can hear the sound of like. Definitely feels like a couple of bodies moving around in some kind of structures. Like the sound is muffled, so it sounds like there's some kind of quasi-permanent structures ahead of you.
Okay. Let's see.
Are you gonna caw like a bird? Caw, caw.
No,
Look over!
I feel like that'd be a bad idea. I'm gonna go back stealthily and let them know what I found out.
With the stealth roll high enough, you can make your way back without having to roll.
Okay, cool.
So you come back, and I'm gonna reveal. You will tell him what you see, right?
Okay.
Right.
So
that worked on your screen, right? You can see.
Yeah.
All right.
So I found.
I'll give you one little thing.
I think some people, and they're inside some type of a structure, but I couldn't see or perceive much else.
Was there light coming out of the structure?
No. You can see any lights.
No, I couldn't see anything except for the starlights and that kind of stuff.
So then probably sleeping?
No, they were moving around.
No, he said they're moving around.
They were definitely
The
moving
funny thing is that this isn't just role playing. I legitimately missed the entire description of what was going on. My kid distracted me for a
I
second.
think we
was
should go
looking at
back.
Why is your kid awake?
No, she's not. She moved around. I got panicked.
I think we
Oh my
should
God,
go north and ambush the other party of people.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try to be stealthy.
Okay, well, we could do...
Guns blazing.
That sounds bad.
It
doesn't
sounds
sound very
awesome.
strategery.
Or my name isn't Venrox.
Nobody has anything that can like help us see in the dark.
What was that? I missed
None
it.
of you guys have anything to help us see in the dark?
I have torches.
Right,
But that would just give us
away.
And announce our coming like redcoats.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I could
I'm
try.
pretty sure I'm okay with going sneaking with a disadvantage.
Okay,
Pretty sure
let's
I'm
try it out and see what happens.
The only other option would be light the torches and toss them
Can
in
they?
another
Did they get a
direction.
benefit since I've already been there, so I can lead them back?
You can try to help.
Okay. So
or there's other things you can do.
Sneak back, and I'll try to help
Wait.
you guys out.
Why don't we just light the fire and hide away from it and let them walk up to it?
Could do that.
Because then they're going to be like, "Why is the fire back on?" And they're going to walk up to it if they're dumb.
But I didn't
And if
see
they're
where
dumb,
the fire was. I don't know where the fire.
aren't you standing right next to it? Isn't that a burnt fireplace?
Huh?
The brush.
The brush
No.
or the black
That
box?
is a hint of a hint of a hut or some kind of like
Yeah.
semi-permanent structure.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't sneak up to any fires. I was in a bush.
Hmm.
I was deep in a thicket.
Oh, the campfire's to the northeast. That's right.
He was in the bush, man.
I mean, we could
could
light
set-
the bush on fire, but I feel like that's not going to be helpful. I think the best thing for us to do is to sneak up, and I'll help you guys try to find the path.
Okay.
Sure.
You really need to help me. I think Tom has a better shot.
Okay, I'll help Adam and not Tom, and hopefully that'll help out.
But I mean, how does that help? I mean, I don't know how would that help, Danny?
I have
So
rope kinda
John,
tied
make
around
a
his waist like a toddler.
make a stealth. John,
It's not even that. It's the noise of having heavy armor.
Yeah.
John, make a stealth roll.
Okay. I got 24.
24. Okay, yeah. So
Damn.
Adam, you can roll stealth without disadvantage, and
Okay.
I'll let you re-roll anything under 5.
Nice. Well,
Oh,
fuck.
there you
Okay. Don't blow your second roll, buddy.
There we go.
There you go. That's pretty good.
God damn, man.
All
I
right.
tried to fail.
It's so sneaky. Adam doesn't even know he's being led.
Yeah. Okay. So
No.
you,
It goes with my feet, by the way.
Tom, would you roll?
I'm rolling now. I rolled a 19.
Okay,
Hey.
God damn.
You
Let's
can
hope we don't get in a fight.
I know, right? We're wasting all our good luck.
Serious?
you guys
Okay,
are.
this is gonna be great. So you all move up, just to the outskirts of that
Structure.
to that structure.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'll give everyone a chance. One of you gets to make a perception roll. Since he still
I
can't
have,
see.
I have a
Tom,
+3.
right?
No, well, what's his perception bonus?
I get +2.
I have +3.
Go
Yeah, I'm
for it.
+2, so yeah.
Fuck. All right. You guys asked for it.
That's not terrible.
I got a 12.
Okay, with a 12, you're able to discern that there is one person just kind of like restlessly trying to sleep in the tent that you're right next to. But that's the only thing you can tell for sure. You might have heard other rattling around in other places, but you can only be for sure that in the hut that you are right next to, that someone is kind of like laying down but not asleep.
We can't tell anything else about them, like what they are.
Nope.
I
They seem what's your 12? I'll say you're close enough that they don't seem small. Right there, this is not like a child or something, or like a halfling or something like that. This is
Nobody we
damn.
can punt.
Yeah.
I got a background question real quick. Do we have any way of communicating without talking?
You've all been in the military, so if you can see each other,
Hand
you
signal.
can communicate with.
Okay. I mean, I assumed, but we didn't talk about that before we started.
Yeah, no, you've all been in the military together. You've all served together, and part of that too is you all have because you've fought together for so long, you have kind of an instinctual understanding of what each other does. So
Cool.
if you are relatively close to each other, you can more or less like talk without like really talking, right? Like you can kind of like read like, oh shit, he's about to do that again. I know what that's going to do.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Also, side note, and John, just because you were saying stuff earlier, your character also knows thieves can't, just in
Yes.
case it becomes useful. Okay, just
No, I
checking.
know that.
It never becomes useful in D&D.
Just checking.
I have to
Just
find
checking.
a way to make it useful.
But see, now that I've said it, you might.
I
I
know.
also
I've been
know that
thinking about
other
it since we said we're going to do this.
Thanks
All right.
for reading it, Tom.
So what do you guys want to do?
Adam has to communicate stuff to us, right?
Well, you're all right next to each other.
actually,
You can
okay,
communicate.
okay.
So.
John can have it because
I say we set it on fire.
That sounds bad. Why don't I just kill him with a dagger?
what if it's
Well,
someone, but
if
we
you
don't know
think
who
you
they
can.
are? What if it's a large child?
Whatever, dude. We don't know for sure. What would a large child be doing out on a treasure hunt?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, people gotta make money, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I heard multiple people's. Adam only heard one person.
Well, I only see the one in the tent.
No, you can only tell there's one in the tent. He didn't say you
Right.
saw
That's
one.
what I
in the
mean.
tent.
Well, I can only tell there's one person.
The
trying to
tent,
sleep in the
is
tent.
it a structure that like I could lift up a flap of easily?
Oh yeah, like it's just
Like a-
leather and sticks put together. I mean, this is something that you could carry on your back if you're hiking and like quickly set up.
Oh, so simpleton. Okay.
I want to make a stealth check to try to get inside the tent with a dagger drawn.
Go ahead.
Okay. 21.
Nice.
Yeah, you absolutely just silently like slide into that baby.
I like this character. This character's pretty nice. Can I see anything in the darkness of the tent?
It's like that rest.
Because the tent is dark, but like you don't need to see, but you can definitely like again sense more than anything else, like the disruption of space, the subtle shapes and the shadows, right, like that move. That there is a Roko kind of like staring up, like clearly kind of bothered, but trying to sleep but can't, and you can kind of hear them muttering to themselves. But they are you definitely, there's a little enough light coming through the top from like the stars that you can see just tiny glinters of like they are armed, right, like in their hand, right, they sleep with the blade on them.
Okay, and
Time to
they
start
didn't
killing.
see me though.
Oh
No,
boy.
no indication that person is aware you're in there.
Okay, so I could use. So if I wanted to get back out of the tent to talk to them, I'd have to make another stealth check, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I could do a sneak attack.
Yes, you absolutely could.
Okay, so I'm going to use sneak attack.
Yeah, that's his communication to us.
Yeah. You get to roll with advantage because they're obviously, you have them completely unaware.
Right. So I'm rolling a d20 for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll
2.
two. Take the best.
Yeah.
I roll 2.
Mhm.
You roll 2 and take the highest.
Okay.
That's advantage.
That's
And what
advantage.
is my,
Disadvantage is the opposite.
What is my modifier for this? Is it my regular dexterity?
Yeah, so regular attack. You would do it with your attack, so it'd be dex plus your proficiency bonus if you're using a light weapon.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So it'd be, what is that, plus 5, I think?
I'm plus.
You got both got 19s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez.
you because because the Roko is like completely unaware. I'm going to count that as a crit.
Okay.
So you get to do max damage plus your damage again. So roll for damage and then add that to the max possible damage.
Okay. So my damage is a d4.
So it'd be 4 plus the
Plus-
dex. So it'd be 7. So roll. It's going to be 7 plus whatever you roll again.
So
So 9.
9.
9 total.
But with the dex modifier again,
Oh, the dex
Oh,
modifier
so-
is 4,
5,
so
so
that's
it'd be
6.
12.
But then plus the total damage possible, which is so it's 2 plus your dex modifier plus the total damage possible for the knife flat.
Which is a 4.
So then it's 10 total.
Okay. Got it.
I have no idea what you just
That's
said.
interesting. Okay, yeah, so 10.
That was Danny because you got a critical hit.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to count as a crit because you rolled 19,
Okay.
and they're not really paying attention. Yeah, so I'm just going to say you get that right in the throat,
Nice.
but you don't you don't pierce their vocal cords. So like when you get in there, they're dead, but they have enough time to kind of like gurgle out and bark out like a cry of warning. So it's like,
Crap.
and let me do a roll.
He's a Murloc.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm doing DM rolls here. All right, so one of them rolled real well. So,
No. He stabs John in the face.
All right, here we go.
No, there's only one in the tent.
All of a sudden, death throw. Yeah, he's dead, but all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" And suddenly, like a campfire is lit again, and this is definitely something magical because it doesn't like slowly burn; it just instantly lights up.
Prestidigitation.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
And
fancy.
Yeah. Here's the orc that you just murdered. Gone. But there is a fully armored Astarte there waiting. Child of Astarte, and then an actual one with the shield and spear is wearing. There's a Basti, which is a cat person, but they're wearing full Tractus armor. Like they're wearing scavenge Tractus armor, so they have a broad shield, a thin spear, and then light kind of scale mail.
Okay, so am I in the tent and hidden?
Yes, you are in the tent.
Okay.
I don't know if you're hidden.
Yeah, you're hidden in the tent.
Got it.
Okay.
But the light is up, so Vex Rocks and the Lord of Edges. You both need to make a stealth check right now because you're kind of sitting there, and the lights suddenly go up.
I rolled a 6.
I'm at disadvantage.
Yes, you are at disadvantage.
I rolled a 7 plus what's my
14.
bonus?
So you roll a 7.
You roll a 7. Yeah. Okay, so you're both seen.
No, I have a +2 to stealth, so that's a 9.
9.
I don't know if
still enough. You're both still seen, and you can see the
but my modifier,
the Tabaxia or the Basti especially is like screeches out and issues an alarm, and so roll for initiative, mofo's.
All of us, or just the two that can be seen?
All of us.
All of you.
All of us.
And that's a D20.
Yep. Yeah, D20 plus your initiative.
This is order of battle, basically.
I have a 15 flat.
I rolled a 1.
Who rolled a 1?
I did. Actually, with the modifier, I think I have a +1. Not that.
Nope, it's going to be a 1.
Okay. No, that's because it's critical fail.
So I got initiative +4.
All right, so roll D20 and tell me what it is.
21.
21. Okay, so this thing is not working for me. So what is that? J21, A1. Or Tommy, what'd you roll again?
15 flat.
15. A1. All right. Now let me roll for these. Perfect. Mofos.
I'm getting flashbacks to Jeff's campaign.
Jeff's campaign. Oh, well, they rolled like shit too.
Oh my god.
So
did they roll a 0, Danny?
No.
Did they roll a 0?
No. All right. So who is that? Where is my? So John, you are first up. You are completely hidden. They don't know you're there, but you are first up.
But I also know that they're there.
Yes, the whole thing's lit up now. There's like a campfire going, and you can out of the hut and see the Basti and then the human.
Okay. Now it would take an entire action to pull the longbow, but would it take an entire action to pull my sword?
Because you have dual wield, you can.
Oh, that's right. I can unsheathe without the.
You can unsheathe both weapons as a free action, essentially.
Okay. Does John get a bonus if the opponent's distracted fighting one of us?
Yes. No. John get well.
I don't
John
need you to be
swashbuckler. Just needs to isolate one. If no one's near them, he gets advantage because he can distract them with his bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, because I have the rockish audacity, I don't need advantage.
Okay.
On the attack roll to use sneak attack.
Yeah, as long as they're not. Isn't it as long as they're not
it
like
says against a creature if I'm within 5 feet of it. No other creatures are within 5 feet of me.
Right. Yeah. If you isolate them, you don't. Right. You can use sneak attack without.
So I could move over to. Can you
either of them? You're all within. Right? You're within range to get to either of them with a single move.
Okay. So with a single move, I'd like to get over to the guy with the shield.
Okay, to the Tabaxi?
Yes.
Or not Tabaxi, the Basti, the cat person.
Yeah, so I can isolate for a sneak attack.
All right, so you come out and they're like, what the fuck? As you just kind of burst out of the hut.
Okay.
Drawing weapons as you do it.
Mm-hmm. Dual wielding like a pro.
Yep. All right, go for it.
Okay. And it's just the one attack roll, right?
Well, you make one with your main hand and then.
Okay, so main hand first.
Yep.
Is 18 plus.
Yes, you hit.
Okay.
They're not that well armored.
Okay.
AC 25, bitches.
And it's a sneak attack, but it's not a crit.
No.
Okay. So, let's see. The cutlass is 2d4.
Yep. Old school AD&D cutlass, baby.
Yeah. I like it. So I got a 6 plus anything?
Your dex modifier.
My dex modifier. So
or no, your strength because it's not finesse.
Oh, strength. I don't think I don't have a strength modifier.
Okay, so it's 6.
I ain't that strong.
Plus your sneak attack damage.
Sneak attack damage. Is that on my thing somewhere?
I think it's like an extra D6, or maybe that's 4th edition.
Let me look. Sneak attack.
Know your rules, guys. I don't want to look them up too.
I'm trying.
I'm looking it up right now. Hang on. The rogue.
We all bring out our
sneak
digital
attack. Sneak attack. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit if you, and it has to be on the finesse or ranged weapon.
That's not a finesse weapon, so it doesn't work.
What about your offhand?
My offhand
that you're also
weapon, yeah.
Then
so
that would
use that for your whip.
Okay. The dagger.
So you do 6
dagger
damage with the or a dagger, that which is also finesse and light, I think.
Yes, it is. Okay, so I rolled a hit again, right?
Yeah. So you've done 6 so far.
That's a 20.
Ooh, you just critted.
Yes.
Again.
So again, same thing, max damage.
Dude's a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so max damage would be 4 plus my roll.
For
plus
D6
the max for the sneak,
5.
so 10, and then roll again.
And then roll again.
Yeah.
3.
So 3, so that's 13. So you just did fucking what, 19 damage?
Yeah.
Damn.
This was supposed to be the tank. So this Bastille is like completely caught unaware. All of a sudden the cutlass comes up and she tries to bring the shield up to take it, and you just like laughing bounce the blade off the shield right into her eyes, and as she goes to like cover her eyes, you just get the whip, pull out her legs, and so her head just goes right into a rock, right? Like, and she's because she's a cat person, she bounces back pretty quick, but you can tell that she is fucking nearly dead. She's like dazed, blood is like already coming out of her mouth, she's like half blind.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to pierce that shield if you can just hit him in the face.
Surprise, mother.
Go for the head.
Pretty much. Jesus Christ.
Like
all
store,
right.
right?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's her action since she rolled next. So she's just kind of really screwed up. She just tries to put her shield into you.
Okay.
To try and just bash you to the ground. So, oof. Yeah, she hits you.
Ooh.
So make a. Oops, sorry. I just totally like screwed something up and like moved
That's
Tom
Tom.
somewhere. Yeah,
That's right,
I was
he
trying to
did.
get something.
I go
else
into
out of
these
the
shadows to plot my edgery.
way. Clearly.
He must edge some more.
All right, I'll get him back in a second here. Yeah, you make a drag saving throw.
Saving throw. A dex saving throw?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. So that's going to be a straight D20.
Yep.
16.
16. Okay, so you stay on your feet, but you are pushed back
Okay.
a little bit as she like just kind of shield bashes you, but she has that spear and she has reach, so she's going to stab you as a follow-up.
Okay.
For moving you and
Sounds
such.
not nice.
No, it wasn't.
Seems kind of rude.
Oh, I have to roll damage too. It's not that much.
I was hoping we get a date out of this. I don't know.
Yeah. You take 3 damage.
What?
And then let's see her next roll. So actually trying to hit you with the spear. God, she hits you.
Ooh. What? I don't like the way you said that.
For another 3 damage.
Okay.
It was better than when Jeff did it because Jeff would actually giggle.
Yeah. I'm at least trying to be nice. All right, so Lord of Edges, you're up.
Yeah. Let's see. So you described the other guy as heavily armored.
He's wearing chainmail, but he's carrying like an old warhammer, but it's seen better days. But it's still a heavy piece of fucking metal.
All right, so I'm going to use my move action to move to the left of Adam. To put me down one more. Down one more. I can still see the guy.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and then
can I push my companions in front of me?
Maybe make a shrink.
I did the kindest way of doing that, which is I put myself around you. I'm gonna cast Hex on that dude, and it has a range of 90 feet. So let's see.
I think Adam just died.
I know, right?
Live on air.
The Rhoda got him. Oh no!
No, that was old age.
Guys, the news has been hiding it from us.
All right, so cast Hex. What does you need to do? What does he need to do?
I mean, basically, let's see. Curse target, and I deal 1d6 necrotic damage whenever it's hit with an attack.
Oh damn! Okay, so he just takes 1d6 extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he also has disadvantage on ability checks of one type.
Okay, so choose.
And I'm gonna choose that he has disadvantage on strength.
Okay.
Because he's got a damn warhammer.
Yep.
Because I don't think I actually have to roll to cast that. Because it's a concentration.
It'll tell you if there's a DC save he has to save against.
No, that's it.
Nope. So he's just fucking hexed. All right.
Damn, that's
so
easy.
Describe your thing.
So I start whispering weird plague eldritch things, and I shoot my hand out, and green wisps draw a pentagram under him, and chains all of a sudden appear to bind his hands, but then they disappear, but the burn marks don't.
Nice. Yeah, you see him just like take a look around and like try and shake his head, and you can see that like his warhammer, which was like held up into like a guard, just starts lowering. Like he's just like it's becoming too much of a burden for him to keep up.
Yeah. So and as a note, this is a concentration spell, so I have to continue this spell next turn if I want it to continue to last.
Okay.
Now so you have a concentration spell. Do something, right?
Yep. Okay. Well, it's his action.
Can I reach the guy?
No, it's his action. You're last, bro.
Yeah, I'm last, dude.
Bro.
Last tank.
John said the tank, so I didn't know the other guy was a tank.
So he's going to move, and he can't get far enough to get to you guys, but he can get to near enough to you, John, to take a swing.
Amazing.
To business casual rogue John.
Yeah. So because he's essentially like dashing free, he's going full out and like trying to essentially like uppercut you with that warhammer.
Ooh, wonderful. Uppercut.
Yeah.
Uppercut.
Dexterity, bro. Dexterity
check.
And he told you.
He do what?
He totally hits you.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna ask to start seeing your rolls, Danny.
All right.
I'm okay with this.
All right. Yeah, of course you are. Okay. So I take like, but
okay.
So I don't get save throws, or
you
what?
take 5 damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So
he can't dodge that at all.
No, it hit him.
Oh, I guess. Oh, that's right. I forgot dodging.
So my Constitution check is +1.
So roll d20 +1.
19.
Okay, yeah, you managed to keep on your feet. That fucking hurt. Like that's just still taking a warhammer right to the freaking chest.
You said you took 5, right?
Yeah, but you managed to kind of keep on your feet.
Cool. All right.
All right, now it's somebody else, and I'm going to GM roll them.
No, like that. Somebody else.
How do you mean somebody else?
All right, it's Adam's turn now.
I'm gonna have to go up to the cat person.
Okay, yeah, you can make it. You're close enough. You can cover that ground.
Basically, yeah, right there.
Remember, the other person takes bonus damage.
Would he battle it out? Yeah, but
But the Bastie's like almost dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah.
There's like a heroic last gasp, but she tried to do some damage to John. You know.
Hold on one second. I gotta double check my feet. Okay, so I can use my feet after I roll to see what the roll is. Okay, so I'll hit with the longsword.
All right.
+2, I believe. Oh, okay, perfect. I got an 8.
Yeah, no, she takes the shield and just.
Well, no. I'm gonna use the lucky.
So you're gonna reroll.
Oh, so I'll reroll it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or roll an extra dice and choose which one you want to use.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what happens here. So you run up, you have your longsword, and she sees you coming, right? And she plants her feet, she gets her shield up, she gets her spear out in perfect formation to absorb the charge. And as you come down with a strong overhead strike, she puts her shield to meet, but she just takes the wrong angle. Maybe it's the blood in her eye or like the concussion, but the blade bounces right off the shield right through her forehead. Right? Like she just
is the unlucky cat lady of all time.
She just crumples to the ground.
Bye, life number 9.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, hope you got 8 left.
And like because you critted, literally with your, as you're like, oh god, it's stuck to my blade. into her buddy, into the guy with the warhammer.
Well, I do have what's the skill?
Sweeping attack.
Yeah, I do have sweeping attack.
I'm gonna I'll let you use it for free, without spending a superiority die.
Okay, it's just another basically another free attack.
Yeah.
All right. See what that one is. What I roll?
A 6.
8.
Okay, yeah, that bounces off his armor.
Why are you the worst fighter ever?
I just killed somebody.
Wait, hang on.
Saved your ass. Shut up.
I assassinated somebody.
Oh, you didn't
hit.
And that Tabaxi is dead. It's just gone. He took an attack, right? Oh,
no, it's got to hit. So Adam technically didn't hit.
Yeah, bounced off his armor.
Yeah.
All right, we go back to the top of the order.
Okay.
Sarek, you're up.
All right. So I'm gonna.
Sarek the gentle.
Yes.
He's always the gentle.
So I'm gonna take a swing at this dude. I'm a cutlass.
Oh, and he has disadvantage against strength too. We have to remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't come up.
So 16 plus.
You hit.
That's 20. Okay.
Yeah.
And my damage.
My damage.
My damage. 7 plus
7.
Oh no, I don't have any strength modifiers.
Yeah, because you're using strength.
But then roll an additional d6.
It wasn't critical.
No, he can't do a sneak attack because he's.
No, it's mine. It's necrotic damage because you hit him.
Oh yeah, d6. Yeah.
Okay, so d6.
So he's literally starting to rot away.
Cool. So that's 11 total.
All right, 11, and then you can use your offhand with the whip.
Okay, offhand d20. No.
Nope.
A 9.
So, okay, yeah, the whip bounces off his armor. Like whipping someone who's wearing like chainmail doesn't really work too well.
Yeah.
But the cutlass gets him right across the face, right? Draws just a huge amount of blood and like sheds his lip. And he is not happy. And then you can see, like, you've cut enough people in your life to know what that looks like. But like that should have been a clean, like razor's edge cut. And you can see part of like his, like the skin around his chin is like melting away.
Ooh.
Right from
job,
edgelord's magic.
Good job, edgelord. Good job, Dirge.
Yeah.
All right. That person is dead. So now it is the Lord of Edges, Dirge.
Let's see. I'm going to stop concentrating on that and throw an Eldritch Blast at him.
You do you, baby. Follow your bliss.
Let's see. It just says it doesn't. Here, let me make sure that, because I'm starting to not trust this Excel sheet real quick.
I'm not going to trust this random Excel sheet I used for my character.
I know, right?
I probably should have checked your character.
Your character didn't. Hang on. God damn it.
It's so hard to find fucking spells in this book.
Here we go. It says on a hit. Oh, so I have to roll my spell modifier. Yeah.
+5 if I remember yours.
Yeah, it's insane. So great. Let's see. Crap, where'd it go? I just literally saw it. Spellcasting. Oh, spell attack. So proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. I don't have a proficiency bonus for spells. Do I?
It's +2. It's just your level. If you're level 3, you have a +2 proficiency bonus.
Okay, so +2 +5, so that's 7 plus whatever.
Total 3 +2. Bro.
Well, it says plus my charisma modifier.
Your charisma modifier is not +5. It's +3. Is your charisma 22?
Oh, I'm thinking of saving throws. Whoops! I was thinking of saving throws. I have a 5 up to my saving throw for charisma. Yeah. All right, so 3 + 2 is 5. So
bastard.
Hey.
So what? 5, 10.
The first one's 5 is what I actually.
Yeah, that hits. That gets him. So roll damage.
Roll damage. It's 1d10. So 8 plus my charisma modifier because of my Eldritch Invocation is an 11.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So this guy you hit him with this blast of energy, right? And necrotic, right?
Mm-hmm. Not anymore. The necrotic effect goes away.
Yeah. So the Eldritch Blast is just a blast of energy. Mm-hmm. So you guys are sitting here like scrumming with him, right? Like he's using his giant warhammer to keep like the two melee fighters away, like trying to keep space. He's bleeding, and all of a sudden, just this greenish blue bolt of energy just hits him square in the chest, and his plate mail just like his scale mail just like collapses into him and comes out from the other end of his back, and he just hits the ground dead.
He's fine, right?
Yeah. Walk it off, buddy.
Get off.
He then sweeps for Adam's feet.
Yeah. No, you can like, he's still, the fucked up part is he's still alive. Like, so he's looking down at like gaping hole in his chest, but his body, like, cause his spine is like blown out of him. Like he can't actually make his body move, but his brain is fully conscious and aware of what's going on. So he looks down, drops to his knees, and just like the look on his face is actually somewhat comedic. Like he's just like, what the hell is like, why is my last thought about 18? Ooh, but
sweet.
So you guys are like, okay, cool. I don't want that. Want to do this?
No.
And
a dragon.
I'm not gonna GM roll it. I'll let you see it. I'll let you see it.
And 10 beholders.
Only. Yeah, 20.
Then
rocks.
Oh, my turn.
21 is an arrow slamming right into you.
Oh God. Ouch. Where?
Right in your back. As you take 7 damage as an arrow right in your back.
Christ, guys.
Good.
That's my response. Jesus Christ, guys.
Can you open another tab in your browser and roll a new character?
That's his first damage. He's fine. And you can see
my cousin Zanvnev X-Rox just to help out.
All right, so let's go back to initiative. John, you don't know where that shot came from, so you can I'll give you a chance for a perception check to see if you can figure out where the arrow came from.
Do I know it hit him in the back at least?
To help me out.
Huh?
I at least know it hit him in the back, right?
Yes, you know it. You can literally see it. Like,
well, I don't know shit.
You are absolutely positive it came from the south.
Son of a bitch.
You're absolutely positive it came from the east. You're like, oh my god, it came from there. It's like, dude, it would have hit me from the front that way. Like, no, it came from here. You're relatively convinced Edgelord did it, right?
Well, I'm gonna have to kill Tom.
John's character doesn't believe in arrows.
I'm gonna roll perception too, or no?
So that John, you can act. It's still John's.
Oh no, it's John's turn. Yeah.
Yeah, my turn was getting hit by an arrow.
And the mailman's dead, right?
Yes. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get rid of him.
Literally unplayable.
I'm gonna make a stealth check and try to hide inside that other tent.
Okay, go for it.
Because I have the thing where I can hide even like
in the middle of combat.
When I'm in plain sight or combat.
You can always hide in the middle of combat. You just have to make a stealth check. So roll for it.
All right, let's not do another one. Hey guy. Hey guy. That's
so
6.
You move into the like leather and fur tent, but
light it on fire by
you
accident?
think you're like you think you're hiding, but you're actually just like standing in the doorway.
and people can hear you across the field.
Like you're literally just like in the doorway, in like the flaps, right? Like just like I'm hiding, guys.
I like that John's character's becoming like the idiot savant.
Yeah, I can kill you in your sleep, but God forbid I have to walk stealthily in the middle of something.
Yep.
Plus, we have to remind you to not giggle to yourself when you're hiding.
All right, here comes another arrow. And actually, because whoever is shooting sees someone just like kind of walk into this tent and sit there, it's gonna come at John.
Wonderful.
Do they get disadvantage because they're firing into a tent?
No.
Damn it.
Well, they still rolled a 4, so an arrow just like you can't even see it. You could just hear it of like someone shot an arrow at me, but I'm not entirely sure.
God.
Wonderful.
All right, Tom, you can make a perception check to see if you can identify where this is coming from.
11 plus 2 is 13.
13. You definitely know it is like to the. Can you guys see that little like click that just happened?
No.
Nope.
Well then, hold on. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. So
So you know it's somewhere around there, but you don't know. You can't see whoever's firing.
I am going.
I swear to God, if I get hit by another arrow, Tom, get them over there.
I'm still convinced that Tom shot the arrow.
And the traitorous bastard. After all these years.
I'm going to run up to Adam, right behind him.
Pull the arrow out at least?
I mean, if I can, for free, sure.
Pull the arrow out, cause D6 damage.
No, I couldn't do it. I'm going to cast on him resistance.
Okay, which does
as long as he gets 1d4 to one save of his choice before or after making the save.
Okay. Good to know.
Don't say I didn't do nothing for you.
If it does nothing for me, then you
What
did.
do you mean? You shot him in the back with an arrow. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
All right, Ben Rocks.
I guess I'll try to see where they're at.
Okay, right? Roll perception.
All right, I get +3. 12.
Again, you know that you can't totally see them, but you're positive they're somewhere around here.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, John's going to hide. Can we just skip to me again so I can just run over there?
Well, you can still move.
Yeah, you still move.
I'm just running over there. So about where the little hut is.
Like here? Hold on. Right there?
A little bit up top.
Up here? There?
Yeah, but where the hut, like even with the hut across from John.
Okay, since you're there.
My name is Geiseric, thank you.
All right, great. All right, top of the order. Geiseric.
Near Special G.
All right. Can I make another perception
G twice.
check, or did I already blow that?
You can make a perception check to see if you can find this person.
So I'm gonna try to do that because that seems like the right move. All right, guy.
There we go.
That's an 18.
There you go. Yeah, you can see.
Yay.
You finally have revealed
an army of trolls. Okay, well,
no, there is. You see a looks like a Suiza, so sometimes called an Hapsies, which is like a half Astartes sweet offspring. They're not entirely rare, but they're generally looked down upon, right? So they tend to have the very dark skin of the Suiza, but they're built more like humans. They're not as long and tall. Yep. But they're you see them with a longbow and leather armor and a lot of arrows, and they kind of seem like the arrows that's sticking out of the back of Venrox.
Hey, it wasn't Dirge after all, huh?
It wasn't the edgelord.
So that's 3 squares. So I can
Fake scrolls.
I can make that distance.
Yeah, you can make that if you go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for it and attack.
All right, so you're just gonna
short sword and dagger. I'm sorry, cutlass and dagger.
Cutlass and dagger. I thought it was a whip.
Well, I don't have the whip out because I killed the guy with the dagger.
All right, yeah, fair enough. All right, go for it.
All right, rolling for my main weapon here. 17.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
plus...
that hits.
Okay. And then my damage is 2d4.
What damage?
5.
5. Okay, so you're gonna get a piece, and then the offhand, which you do get sneak attack on since they are isolated.
Okay. So that's 2d20 then to hit or no? That was
no, it's still just a d20, but if you hit, you get a d6 extra damage.
So 11.
11? No, so you come in and they do not bring their bow up to parry the cutlass. So they kind of take a gash across the shoulder, but he sees the dagger in your offhand as you're trying to like shank him with it as you get close, and he backs away and manages to get away from it.
Shank him like a shower in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of, it's his turn. So he's going to do something a little special. So I'll roll for you guys instead of GM rolling, because I'm about transparency, integrity.
Hey man, these days.
Hey, so 16 is better than your AC, right, Garrick? Gazerick.
My AC is 16.
Oh, 16, so it hits you. So in actually what seems like a pretty cool move.
I'm going to do what's called the pro gamer move.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you're going to take 5 damage. The half Suiza kind of hits you with their bow, and kind of just not enough to push you back, but just enough to get you to drop. So
drop what?
Can disengage without you taking opportunity strike. So he kind of hits you with the bow, and then kind of pushes off you to skirt away, and then gets a free shot. And who can you see? Can't actually see anybody else, and can't use it on you. So yeah, you can see as an arrow notched and is kind of waiting though.
Wonderful.
So, but couldn't quite get it off on anybody time. All right, so now we go to Lord of Edges. Dirge.
Yeah.
My heart is so black.
I am going to run up to John.
Okay, yeah, you can make that. That's fine.
Who's the guy who's hiding behind everybody?
No, that's Adam.
That's Venrox. That's not.
That's because if I die, we all are screwed. Sorry, to Gesseric. How can I? Am I able to determine passively how much health that Gesseric has left?
I'm not going to be that like RP only, guys. You can tell each other how.
Yeah, how much do you have left, John?
5.
Yeah, he's fine. Put some Vicks on it. Okay.
Where's that tussin?
Rub some tussin.
Let it get into that bone, baby.
Where's that tussin at?
Oh wait, that doesn't matter. I can't help you because it's a self spell. So
Wonderful.
sorry. I tried to help you, but also nah.
But also open a tab and roll a character.
All right, but also thanks for playing. Can't wait to meet your identical twin. I'm gonna throw Eldritch Blast at her.
Okay,
him. Oh, sorry, I saw a ponytail. Some noise.
It's fantasy. Everyone has long hair.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you just totally biff your.
That'd be a 7.
You totally biff your incantation, and it just like fizzles.
Too busy trying to save John over here. Gesseric.
Okay, it's Venrox.
Venrox. I can't make that, right?
You can double move. You could dash to like engage them, but you can't.
I can't fight.
Yeah.
How far can I go?
You can
up to where in front of John.
Yeah, you can get in front of John, but that's about it.
Okay, then I have a. Do I have to ready a hand axe?
Yeah, you have to
To
draw
throw
it.
it.
Yeah, you have to draw it.
That's fine. I'll just shield John, I guess.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'll shield little. I'll shield little G.
All right.
It's nice to have a body shield.
Yep. It's somebody you can't see. Maybe. Yep. Okay. I'm already getting the TPK. Nice.
30 beholders.
Let me do another GM roll here. Oops. I did the wrong formula. God. So you hear a very familiar frink sound as a arrow is being loosed, but then you someone must have gotten confused because you see you see the half Suiza
go down.
No, you see them take just an arrow right into the freaking gut. Right? Arrow comes out. And you definitely hear a my bad.
Oh, sorry there, friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So goes back to the top of the order. So that is John.
So perception to hear, see if I know where that other arrow came from.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll with advantage because they just did terribly.
they just rolled one and stubbed their toe.
Yeah.
So that's 21.
Yes. Okay. So let's just reveal.
Go ahead and show the map.
Yeah, most of it. Okay, you can see that there is a what's known as an Elisi, which is
a what?
An Elisi. So it's a snake person. So lower body of a snake, upper body of a human, with a bow.
100% a bitch.
100% sexy.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't kink shaming. You do. But she's there. It is a she. The top half very attractive, and if you're a snake, the bottom half even more attractive.
I'm a top half kind of guy.
But she has a bow and arrow too, and definitely accidentally shot her friend. All right, John, you have a move and an action.
I didn't know that was a possibility.
I'm gonna move down to the person with the arrow in the gut and try to eviscerate that guy.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know how much I got left in the tank over here.
Yeah, Tom can't help you until you actually start dying.
Yeah,
that's
I'm only
13.
13. No, they're a little faster than that. They kind of.
What about your other hand?
Yeah, you still have the dagger.
20.
Oh, that hits. So with sneak attack.
Yeah, you do one of those. Oh, here's the color skin. Oh.
So sneak attack would be 4 plus D4. So 5.
5 plus your dex, right?
Oh yeah, plus that's
3.
another 4.
A 4. So was that 8?
That's 8. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the you come in with the cutlass and they're like ready to dodge. They're like you're definitely showboating. You're like spinning the you're spinning the cutlass and being fancy, and so they're like oh, I gotta get out the way, and they run right, like their throat runs right into the dagger. You get them, and they're just slumps to the floor because that was
death of opportunity.
Bad.
Yeah.
All right, so they're dead. It is the Lord of Edges.
I will go to the space below Adam and to the left of John. Hey man, I'm a chess player.
Yes.
And I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at that lady, that snake lady.
And the Healy, yeah.
Is that like a cantrip? Is that why you can do it so much?
Yes, it is a very good cantrip. Let's see. So, I could remember my fire tree. So, oh please God, just let me roll. Wait, hang on. Dang it. 6. Oof. Plus 2.
No, she
for my charisma. Or no, it's plus 3 for my charisma modifier.
The spell just fizzles out again. You're like, God damn it, this never.
I swear this
all. I swear it's the first time. This never happens to me.
I'm too young for this.
Oh, dang it.
It is her roll.
It does an insane amount of damage, too.
And she's going for you because she saw that. She knows. Nihilis tend to be very magically inclined. They can see magic kind of all the time, unlike others. So she's
about the magic of love.
Yeah. And she definitely gets a piece of you.
Dang it. Oof.
I can't. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
Because she fired the bow, or was it magic?
It's bow.
Oh, okay. If it was magic, I'd...
No, because I can use protection for disadvantage.
Oh, you can go for it if you want to use it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she needs to roll again.
So just roll another d20. If she hits again, just keep the damage.
Your AC is not under 9, is it? Is it Lord of Edges?
My AC is 10.
Nope, she just misses. So the arrow comes right at you, and you see your boy, the Venrox, just like put his shield up, and the shield just takes.
My house sigil is a pair of crossed guitars.
I am all about this.
Yeah, that arrow was going to hit you right in the chest, and his shield just suddenly comes out and just takes the arrow for you.
Even though he hit an arrow in my back, according to the G-Man.
All right, now it is Venrox.
So I can't reach her.
No, you would have to dash to get to her.
All right, put me halfway, so I'm in front of John.
Okay.
Well, yeah, put me halfway in front. Yeah.
Dash and use acrobatics.
You can ready an action too if you want.
No, because I don't know where she's gonna
go.
Yeah. All right.
Well, can't you like brace with your shield, and that would give you like,
dodge. Or you could just dodge, which gives you and gives your attacking enemy disadvantage.
I have.
For you.
What if I dodge?
Yeah.
But what does it count as?
As your action, so you can't attack or anything.
Okay, then I'll just dodging just in case.
Okay, so you're dodging. All right, but top of the order.
Zigzagging.
Yeah. Serpentine.
That is racist considering who we're fighting.
Yeah, it's true.
Or very appropriate if you think about it.
All right. It is a G twice. Gesseric the Gentle.
All right, and
G squared.
I can make it there, right?
G gents.
You'd have to dash. She's too far.
Okay.
You can go next to.
Yeah, you can hide behind me just like all the other guys.
Well, no, yeah, go next to Adam Stamos and just protect yourself.
I'm gonna go 2 steps over to the right and then throw my dagger at her.
Yeah, go for it. You're in range.
Cool. This is sick.
Yo, I'm throwing fucking daggers up in here. This
Okay, that's at 20.
That hits.
Okay. And does D4. 3.
Nice.
For how much? 3.
3 damage.
All right, so it takes a piece out of her.
Sick.
It annoys her. You
you didn't get a clean hit, but it's enough to drop blood.
Cool.
You see her kind of like hiss and scowl.
Hiss and scowl.
And it's her turn. Actually, no, it is.
No, it's Tom.
Yeah, it's the Lord of Edge's turn.
Third.
All right.
I refuse to call him by his name or his nickname.
All right, so now I'm really angry, and I want to make sure that I hit this bitch. So I am.
Pill and get ready to go.
Yeah. All right, so I am going to. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna throw Eldritch Blast at her again, because this it does so much damage if it hits. God damn it!
Again, it's just like you're trying. You're like putting everything you can into this blast. He just kind of looks at you and just kind of like gives you that like.
Hey, I nuked that other guy.
Oh, it's like, oh, sweetie, you're really trying, aren't you? This is kind of it's. Oh, sweetie.
It's okay, honey.
I swear at my patron, and then I run behind Adam.
You're like Bruce Banner in Infinity War.
All right, it is her turn, so she's gonna go after you because she again.
All right, I'll protect again.
So I'll just roll 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, the arrow goes right into. It's going right for your forehead, and then and you can see she's like, and
guitars in the background.
Fireworks.
Ooh, she's running.
Yeah, there's a goblin just that follows him around for some reason with a.
You got your own version of Makari. You're just like, yeah.
All right, top of the order. That is G twice.
All right. I still can't make it, right?
No, she keeps
No,
moving
I get
away.
to go.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's sorry. It is Venrox's turn.
Can I make it to there?
Yeah, you can.
All right, so I'll run up and try to bash her head in.
You can get right here, and that's close enough.
Hold her.
Boom. Boom.
Oh.
I don't know if I should re-roll that.
Yeah, you should go.
I will drive to your house. I don't know where you live, but I will drive there.
So okay, so it's D6 normally plus 2.
So it'd be 8 plus another D6.
All
So
right,
you get to roll the
plus...
weapon damage again.
Oh, I only rolled a 1, so 9.
you still get a piece right across the chest, right? Like just ripping through her, and just
really
like
mad.
right down, yeah, shoulder to hip, and just like a deep gash. And let me just do something real quick here. No, but she stays. She kind of, she's clearly hurt, bleeding, and she is not used to people this close to her. But she bares her teeth and tries to load another arrow to shoot you. She's not backing down.
Okay.
All right, now stop the order.
All right, I'm gonna move up to behind Adam and throw my net at her.
Throw your what at her?
My net. I got a net.
Oh my god! All right.
Yes. I'm so upset you didn't take a trident.
I'm not a gladiator, man.
No, but you're Aquaman.
Oh my
God!
god!
Throw that net. 22.
Yep, you hit. You got it.
All right. There's no damage on it.
Yeah, so she's just entangled. All right, so she's kind of stuck where she is now. All right.
Hey Tom, I held her in place. You could do something this time.
Yeah. Let's see if hymns can do it.
Man,
burning hand still a thing? Could you literally
hey, baby,
walk over to her?
Boy,
and
hymns, you gotta check it out, dog.
Let's see.
I know John and I are little G and I are doing all the work.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and slap at him. Dang it. Okay, note to self: rewrite my cantrips.
No, just roll better.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I rename you Blunt Lord because you have no edge?
Hang on, I just need to double check the effects on.
Circle Lord, no edge is found.
What? Oh, dang it! That's an after spell thing. I have to find that later. Okay. All right. Can I not move in lieu of focusing? Is that a thing in this or
no?
All right. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again because
10th time's a charm.
This is the fourth, actually. This is the fourth time, and because the other one only does a max D8 damage, this one does upwards of 5 minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh my god.
Oh,
Did you write a program in here that makes my character just fail right now?
So that's what you rolled a 3. You throw a 2, a 3, and now a 2.
Oh my god!
I turned to Dirge and I said, "I told you the gods were dead."
Yep. Yeah. There's nothing there.
I yell, my patron isn't a god, and then I run.
Oh my god!
I run as close to Adam as I can get.
Yeah, you can get right here.
I don't want him near me. Give me his bad mojo. Say, keep
right.
away. Keep 6 feet away.
Her, but she is. So Adam, you see that she kind of starts swaying, and she looks you in the eyes, and
I propose.
You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Ah, shit. I think I'm +1 or some shit.
He's gonna fail, and indeed he will propose.
I rolled a 6 plus charisma. You said?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's just a regular +0, so 6.
6. Yeah, you feel all of a sudden you're just like the
and
world goes white.
I attack Dirge.
No, it's not that cool. You just go white. Like
Not that
everything
cool.
just like it's just like all of a sudden you just see like a white screen in front of your face and nothing else, and she just like there's a and she actually make a roll real quick here. I'll let you guys see it so there's no cheating.
Or
I don't
if I
care.
should get away with my net, I want my net.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't it cost her an action to get out of the net?
Back.
No, she can still.
I don't
She
care
can
if she
still-
slips
she
away.
can
I just
still,
want my net back.
That's fair.
I only got 10
Oh
gold.
damn! All right, well I'm fucked.
Okay, I just rolled 2 20s in a row. She like throws the net, stuns Adam, throws the net on Adam, and then just disappears into the shadows, like just gone.
Who gave her the net?
Well,
Gee.
I mean, I entangled her in the net. You were supposed to bludgeon her to death, but
All right.
fell
So
for
we're gonna
her
drop out of initiative because she is gone.
metal-clad boobs.
She's like deuces.
Yep. All right, so she's gone. You guys can roll perception if you want to try and track her, yes, but like you can all hear the sound slithering.
Watch me roll.
Like trying to get the hell out of here.
I rolled a
Damn,
6
Tom.
for perception. Man,
Am I still under the spell or am I out of the spell once
You're out of the spell. It just stunned you for a second.
I also rolled
Okay.
a 6.
I rolled an 8 + 2, so I have
And,
11.
again, our party is dumb as shit.
Nope.
I got an 11 by the way. It's average.
Okay, so Venrox can get a sense that like he doesn't hear or get the feeling that anything's around. The rest of you are like, oh my god, there's 5 more.
We're surrounded.
So what do you want to do? You found yourself next to more ruins, more statues. You see a strange green pool of liquid. Now, water or liquid of any variety is rare at this point, especially if it's potable. But this looks like algaed over. It kind of reeks almost like a swamp.
I have the Edgelord. Check it out. Edgelord, check it out.
Coming off it.
I suggest Dirge take a drink.
I'll investigate because I have a good investigation.
Go investigate.
It's about freaking time.
Yeah, nerd. You can do that. The book learning stuff.
Hey. So it is a 21.
21. Okay, so investigating, you can tell that again, any kind of standing water is rare, even if it's not.
Guys, this water's rare.
Yeah, but this is interesting. Is there shouldn't be vegetation in this water. It's been hot. The mountains outside of Lucerne are becoming more acidic, so nothing should be able to grow. So it's really strange to you that this water, even though you are absolutely sure you should never drink it if you value life, there should not be vegetation in it. There should not be algae of any kind. Something's going.
Interesting. I don't know what to say aside from interesting.
Can I use persuasion to make him drink some?
I have a really high
sure as hell
charisma.
can.
Try me,
I think
son.
we should search the dead bodies and then come back to the pool.
Yeah.
Yes, and then make me try and drink it.
Okay, so you guys search the dead bodies. So you've got Coco unceremoniously killed while he was trying to sleep.
Yeah,
You've got the
bro.
you've
That
got
guy
the
should be
human
mine.
with the warhammer. You've got the Basti, and now you've got the half Suisa. So they have their weapons, which if you carried back would probably be like 30 gold, right? Like it's something. If you
Can't
bother.
be good if they're dead.
Oh, John, get your daggers back.
Oh yeah, I need to retrieve my net and my daggers.
Yeah, you assuming you're getting all that. So we'll say you each get to roll an investigation, searching the bodies and the campsite.
I got a 10.
Investigation or insight? Which one did you say?
Investigation.
I got 12.
I got 15.
All right, so Geseric's the only. You gotta check the right, like who's a little more thorough than the others. And out of the house suite, so you find a small scroll of parchment that is written in a language you don't read. It is it's not when you can try and see if anyone reads it.
Sure, I ask.
I know stuff because apparently I'm only good for being a nerd.
I'll ask
What languages do y'all speak?
any other guy if they.
Well, go ahead, Tom.
Oh, okay. I know Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, and Elven.
Damn. I know common and dwarf.
Yeah, it's none of those.
I also have Arcana and History. Does that help?
Arcana could help you with.
All right.
Actually, no, History. History would be.
I'm gonna roll a History check then. I knew that I would be validated in taking that, but my dice. It's still an. All right, it's still an 8.
No, it's not. You're like, wow, I've seen this in books before.
Hey, that's words.
Yeah. I swear I've read a book that has this in here.
He is like, what are books?
Yeah.
All right.
But that's it. And then, all told in terms of their treasures, they did like actual, but the party gets 30 gold. And again, if you bother to take their weapons, which, and their armor, you probably get another 30 gold out of that.
Could we carry that easily?
Right now, yes, but if there's anything else.
Can we just pile it all into the one tent, and come back for it later?
Maybe if you bury it, but you're not the only ones.
I also have the researcher trait, which is that if I attempt to learn or recall something, and if I don't know it, I know where I can get that information.
Okay, yeah, you know that if you went to your small personal library back on your ship, you would be able to probably look.
I'm just happy I have a personal library on the ship because that sounds awesome.
It's small. It's like 20
Of course
books.
It does, nerd.
Compared to everybody else, that's a fucking box. So,
yes.
Nerd.
I call Dirge a nerd and throw a rock at him.
All right. So there's nothing else of worth on the other bodies. Okay.
No, not really. Besides their arms. I mean, their arms are relative. I mean, everybody, again, 6 months after, everybody has military grade arms and weapons, so they're not that expensive. The metal, anything metal is a little more valuable because there are very few mines operable right now, and so any kind of true steel is worth usually a little bit more. But again, there's still a lot of weapons out there.
Yeah,
so they're not easy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's go back to that pool.
So you still got more. You can start lighting torches. You can start investigating.
What are the two things next to the pool?
They just look like broken statues or something.
Oh, okay.
Rubble.
All right, so I'll light a torch. So you can see better.
So lighting the torch, you can start to see kind of everything. So there's more ruined buildings. This looks like what was once the fortress.
Ooh.
Hey, what about getting hit points back? How does that work? I don't know.
We have to rest.
You can take a short rest if you want, or hit dice, kind of try and get hit points back. Your characters, you should tell me how many dice you have.
No, go ahead, Tom.
I have 3, and I don't remember how hit dice work.
The hit dice are you roll that D. It says 1d8. Well, for me, I think in mine is. I think for the fighter it's different, but you roll the D8 for each time. You can roll it once. You can use all 3. You don't have to use all 3 at once, and that's how many you get back. But you need to take a long rest to restore the hit dice pool.
And the hit dice just gives you points back.
Yes,
whatever you roll, that's how many hit points you get back.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get wounded, so I'm good. But I did. But I get my spell back, which is important. The one that actually did something.
Do I get to use medicine at all?
Do you have any?
No, that's only if you're stable.
Okay.
I'll put it this way: if you use medicine, you could probably, with the armor and stuff and the clothes of the people you've killed, probably create a basic bandage system that would let you get D4 hit points back.
On top of my D8 if we rested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should just do the D4 because I don't want to lose any time because that lady slithered away.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion she's in the bottom right of the map.
Maybe. Hey, I'm trying to do 5 things here right now. Is that fucking better, Tom?
It is. People are calling me a nerd and throwing rocks at me. I don't want to get my kicks in somewhere.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap up my wound.
All right, so just roll. Make a medicine check, and I'll tell you what size to use.
So it's gonna be dice plus 2.
All right.
22.
Damn.
All right, so you make the greatest bandages ever seen by Anne. I mean, these are military grade. Again, this is still a fantasy world. Somehow you have the foam, gunshot wound, trauma kit that you just made out of So I'll let you get a
Two
D12
coconuts.
hit points back.
Cool.
So roll D12 and get that many hit points back.
Sick.
Nice quality. It was quality
Sick.
craftsmanship.
Okay, we're for a 20. I'll let you reroll.
As a former apothecary, I am very impressed in your instruction,
You get 12 hit points back.
and I am now also impressed in your application. Dang it!
Okay.
I also refuse to help.
Yeah. All right,
I'll use one of my hit dice.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Oh, I get one.
Lucky.
Adam takes a quick breath, like, I'm still really fucking hurt. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Actually, I'm not that bad, but a higher roll would have been heck good.
All right. So you guys can explore. I mean, you got the ruins to yourself. There's plenty of stuff to explore. So give me perception or investigation checks.
All right.
I'll do investigation.
I'll do perception because I'm +3.
Jeez
Jesus Christ. Good thing I'm getting these out of the way now. Otherwise, I'd be like Tom.
Okay, so I got a 22.
Is there like a?
John?
I see nothing of note.
Is there a roll 20 equivalent of throwing your dice away? Like, do I have to like close the browser and restart it or something? Like,
Adam spent all of his time just making fun of Tom. That's what just happened. Ben Rock
I throw more rocks at dirt.
He's like, you stupid nerd, go learn more stuff.
I call him a nerd in Dwarven.
Yeah.
I blame my roll because of the fact that I was getting hit by rocks.
John, what skill did
22. I used perception.
Perception. Okay, so you're just like, somehow you're just like, you know what? I don't know why, but I smell something I haven't smelled in a long time since I sailed past the horn. And you can tell that you absolutely know that there is a hidden passage. There is something going on. There's a hidden. Yeah, nearly just selected something badly.
John knows a musky. John can smell a musky old cave miles away.
Oh, this isn't musky. This is like, that smells sweet.
Oh, all right. So there's something sweet coming from over there. I think that's where the secret passage is. We should head into that building.
Lead the way.
I look at John like, what?
I will lead the way.
I will follow reluctantly.
I follow confidently. With John
muttering.
in front.
I'm muttering angry prayers to my patron.
All right. So do you see when you found it? There is a kind of like, there's debris and crap just like thrown all over it, but it's really easy to tell that it's hiding like a doorway that goes down into the actually into the mountain. There's like a stairway that you can take, and you can see that there's just a tiny little bit of light coming out from down
out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I should head in real quick and see what's there.
Okay, so you're gonna stealth
and
it.
I don't know. I'll like whistle if you guys should come follow me.
If we shouldn't,
hey guys, we're here.
Guys, stay away. Is that how you're gonna whistle?
No. I'm gonna whistle if you should come into the cave.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So do you want a stealth check or are you just gonna walk in?
No, I'm gonna do stealth for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to be dying around here. I don't want to be cutting my throat like I cut that other bitch's throat. That's a 15.
All right, so you stealth in. So let me do.
Nobody got time for dying.
All right, so you go inside, and there's a stairway, and you can see there's a little bit of torchlight, and the stairway doesn't seem to go. It doesn't reveal like a whole new complex. You can tell that it leads down into one kind of solitary.
And there's light coming from that room. Yeah,
there's maybe a couple of candles or a small torch somewhere in that.
And can I get closer to look in without being seen?
You can. It's gotta be another stealth check because like you got down the stairs, but there's a small.
Okay, so I'm gonna use stealth and try to get a little bit closer.
All right.
See what I can see. Oh, fuck.
5 arrows hit you in the chest.
Yeah. So you're like you creep down, and it is very much a. You creep down. You're like, okay, I'm being quiet. I'm the fucking. I am the shadow. I am the night. And you realize that you're just saying that out loud. Like the guys outside can hear you say that as you're doing that. And you hear a voice return of, Who the fuck says things like that? The fuck is your problem? And yeah, so
goes, caw.
no, you guys heard him. You heard him completely being like, "I am stuck. I am the wind."
I just start walking down the stairs. I just start walking down the stairs when I realize that it's
I
Eric.
start running down the
like
stairs.
Lightning McQueen at the beginning of Cars.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was going for. All right, so
most embarrassing thing ever.
You see.
Oh, are we switching maps?
Yeah, we're switching maps, baby. High quality.
This is probably the best ASMR I've ever seen.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back too.
A squad of men. Roguely men doing manly, roguish things. Why aren't you freaking working? Well, never mind me. Why won't this work, Adam?
Was it working before?
Yeah. All right, there it goes. I get this set up. Oh, there's 2 Johns for some reason. You see a John doppelganger.
Yeah.
Fight the greatest foes, yourselves.
Yep. Your own haunted memory of the war. And you can see a small campfire and a small little, essentially a little camp. And what you can why does it do that?
If it's the next layer down, you might be able to just hide this top.
No, it's not that. It's I'm just trying to select something. Oh.
That's fine, because edgelord's not backlit yet.
Yeah, it's fine. I can be slow. There you go. See a little skeleton dude.
Am I supposed to be seeing this? Where is it?
Yeah, because I still see the other screen.
What?
Yeah,
I still see the screen we're currently on.
I am okay. Oh, here. That's why. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
Figured it out.
Uh-oh. I see a skeletons.
Yeah.
Where the hell's the paladin when we need one?
Wow. Some of the art in Roll D20, I'm like, really, guys? I probably shouldn't have used that word to look up, but like, I'm real, like, fucking my incel detector is high right now. It's like, and like, there doesn't need to be that many waifus. Like, oh my God.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait.
Oh my God. Do not search for. It'll become relevant if you see it and find this and don't die right now. But
wait, don't search for what?
My God. Okay.
Now Tom wants to know what you were searching for.
No, I look at normal.
Later off the air.
I look at normal hentai. Thank you.
What? Okay.
So we can't see what's in between us and the room?
No, you can. Yeah, because the room, the cave is again, there's no starlight, there's no moonlight to guide. You have basic your senses of self, and then you see there's this very small campfire that's
we don't see what's
out, and you see a what appears to be essentially a skeleton just hanging out there, and he's clearly aware of you guys. He's like, you can't really tell if he's smiling. Facial muscles, there's just a skeleton kind of looking at you, but its arms are open, and you can see kind of floating around it are jagged pieces of bone and sharp objects that are kind of swirling around it in defensive position.
Sure,
but it's looking right at Gesseric, like seriously, who fucking talks like that when they're trying to sneak? The fuck is your problem?
That's fair enough.
And so this,
you know what? That's fair.
The skeleton person has clearly a lot of magic, but they have not attacked yet. And they're like, so, do you talk? Do I talk? Like, how do you want to negotiate this?
Weird.
Yeah.
So I'll say.
Oh, I have a high charisma, so I should probably do a lot of that.
I do too, but I don't know if charisma is going to work on a skeleton bones.
Well, it can. You guys better say something, otherwise I start swinging.
I'll say hello, and I'll try to be as friendly as possible.
Okay, so just say what you're going to say and then roll.
But actually, what's your charisma, Tom?
My modifier?
Yeah.
My modifier is 3.
Okay, mine's 2. You can go ahead.
I just say greetings, creature. Roll d20. Oh, 20. Boom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So he's immediate. You see like the shard bone and the kind of debris that they were using as kind of a shield kind of fade away and drop to the ground. He's like, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Like, how you doing? Like, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know any points to Ven Rocks. It's like, I don't know about that. You know, he looks a little twitchy, but you, my guy, you.
He's not wrong.
It's like you're good people, and I could tell that. So what's going on?
Not much. Just
down in my cave.
I was just if maybe so why we were told to find something we don't even know what. I guess. What are you doing here? What is that? Is that an old man with him?
Background. Ignore that. It's
okay.
Just, I thought it was, I didn't zoom in close.
Yeah. What brings you here?
Oh well, you know, I've been stuck here for a few months really. I'm like just kind of sitting here, like, we're mostly bored as shit, but you know, like I've been here, right? Like, and you know, I have to do some magic every now and then. You know, there's this snake lady who just keeps keeping me in here, and then occasionally I got to do magic. She gives me stuff to do, and then like I just sit here and then mostly take care of Beth.
What kind of magic stuff does she ask you to do?
Oh, you know, like nothing like that complex. You know, poison arrows, raise a few zombies, and she brings me some corpses. Like, standard. That's about it. You know, sometimes though she just has me to put different kind of like, you know, magic into certain things, and then like she like walks off with them, and then you know it's done and over.
Can I roll a quick perception check on just to kind of gauge what in the heck this thing is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I rolled a 7.
He's a skeleton, man. He's a fucking talking skeleton.
So then I ask him, and I ask him, and using, you know, politeness, you know, and I say like, can I ask how did you become this incredible composition of life and magical force that I see? You know, basically politely asking, how the hell are you a skeleton man?
Oh well, roll charisma on that 20 lasted you a bit, but it's where.
Okay.
You got him to drop his guard.
Crashed.
Now you're asking personal questions.
10 plus 13.
13? Okay, fair enough. He's like, yeah, well, you know, like, you know, I was a lich for a long time before this, and I guess I'm still a lich now. So,
oh, that's great.
I don't know. Centuries ago, I sacrificed most of my soul to, you know, have eternal life and undeath powers, and you know, honestly, it was pretty lame until like 6 months ago, and then all of a sudden, like my powers just like kicked in drive, and all of a sudden I could do crazy shit I could never do before.
Yeah, funny you say that. It happened the same thing that happened to me 6 months.
Can we start walking closer?
Yeah,
like in a friendly way.
Completely. Yeah, he's completely
off guard.
Yeah, he's not in any kind of like position at the moment.
I'm gonna ask, do you know anything about the green pool outside that has plants growing in it, even though it shouldn't?
So let's do
a what?
Charisma check.
Sure.
Or actually do persuasion. I'll let you do persuasion.
So that is a 23.
Okay, yeah. So he's like, yeah, you know what? I like you. You seem fun. Stupid the way that you enter into like cavern reading your bullshit, but you know what? Like that actually kind of makes like, yeah, like so I don't do that. Like that's all that plant shit. Like that's like an Aziza thing. But like that's what Beth is for.
Who's Beth?
Oh well, fuck. I'm not supposed to really say, but like there's gestures, and you can see like he puts his candle kind of, so you can kind of actually see the whole. Okay. And like it lights up, and you see things that you have not seen in a. One, you see an Aziza, which is a small, like think of like a halfling, but like like a halfling size. You see a young Aziza girl. And Aziza are famous for two things. They're very rare. There's not many of them. Even before Tractus started genociding pretty much everybody, they can, if they consume flesh of the dead, they can shapeshift into that. So their normal form is kind of small. But if they eat a dead ogre, they can turn into an ogre for a couple of days. But also they have incredibly strong plant magic. They can make almost any plant grow regardless of, the conditions, right? So they can make oasis, the strongest ones can make oasis appear in the middle of the desert. And you can see she's right next to what appears to be a desert. You see green, beautiful grass. You see berry bushes in the middle of this cavern where there is no sunlight whatsoever. And she's kind of asleep among the small garden.
So I ask Skeleton Bones guy. So are you and the half snake lady protecting this Beth?
Oh no, the healing off. I mean, like her much. Like you see, he raises up a arm, and you can see a silver charm around it has a bunch of different engravings on it. Nah, man, she bonded me. Or like I have to do what she says. I can't hurt her, so I have to stay down here and do what she tells me to. But nah, man, she, like I was in, I was just doing my thing. I was traveling around, okay, yes, I was like raising zombies to like, take over a small city that I had found. Right? Like,
I mean, who wouldn't? That's just fine.
But she stops me, she takes me, she throws me in here, she puts the bond on, and she makes me just, hang out with Beth, and sometimes we try to mix our magics and things like that, and that's about it.
Mix? Like to what end?
I don't know. Why else do you mix magic? Like
zombie carrots?
I guess. I mean, maybe. Honestly, maybe you could take like a vegetable and then like make it like a death vegetable, so like it looked fun, and then you ate it and then it killed you and created a plague or something. Like that's where I was thinking, but she didn't want that. She wanted just
I take a note.
Yeah. she seemed like she wanted plants that wouldn't die as easy. I think that's what she wanted.
Okay.
You want to talk to Beth?
No, she's sleeping,
the
right?
Little girl's asleep. Yeah, she's it's a young Aziza.
Okay, like a child.
But like she's small. She is like a toddler sized essentially, and she's like passed out.
So who else is here with the snake lady?
Well, there was a Basti, and like she was pretty weird, and there was this like, and he was a dick. I mean, he was absolutely a dick. But there wasn't a start day like you guys, like a kid of a start day, and he was pretty cool for the most part. We play cards every now and then. At least he acknowledged like I fucking existed, right? And like just like kind of like just yell at me every now and then. But yeah, that was it. Besides the Nihili, and there were a couple others who would come in, but they wouldn't stay. Like they'd come in, they'd leave real quick.
So you are bound to this one
Snake lady.
Snake lady.
Yeah, like I can't, she gives me an order I can't like use. Like she told me I can't leave this room, like this cavern, so I can't leave.
And would that binding be gone if she were dead?
I mean, maybe. I mean, that's the thing about curses and shit like that. They can last for fucking ever. Like, I don't know what kind of curse specifically she used.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know how to break that?
Yep.
16 plus my modifier is a 20.
Okay, so you're a nerd. So like it's you're like, hey, can I look at the? Let me. He shows you. So it's like, dude, you just have to break the fucking bracelet. Like, just break the bracelet and it works.
So physically break it. Interesting.
Yeah, you just have to destroy the bracelet.
And he can't break it himself, probably, right?
No, he can't even touch it. You see that, like, can't
before
even, like, put his hand on it.
Before I say any of that to him, because I'm not going to say, hey, do you mind if I talk to my guys here real quick, just for a second? Like, we're not going to do anything untoward. I just need to run something. I just need to,
Oh, yeah, sure. It's totally fucking casual for you to have a conversation. Like, after you ask a pointed question. That's totally fucking natural. I'm sure this is no impacts me whatsoever.
I could roll persuasion, or what is it?
It'd be deception, because you're, like, clearly it matters.
I'll roll deception. That's another 20.
It's like, you know what? I like your face. I don't know what it is, but like, I like your face. You seem like a guy who's like never really lived life. I mean, maybe, or I don't know. Like, you just seem like you're just like a farm boy. You know
Judge.
what? And I like your face,
Judge.
So he kind of turns around and goes
you get
back
for
to
pulling
like
off shit that you shouldn't be able
like
to pull off.
Objection.
So you guys are free to talk, and he seems totally fine with it.
All right, so I basically, it seems like to me that our orc boy sent us in here to take that girl.
Yes, I agree. I was wondering if the skeleton bones guy could read the parchment I have.
Ooh.
Or tell us what the language is.
That's a good idea too. So maybe we trade translation and the girl for freedom.
We don't even know if the girl will want to go with us.
I don't think it's a question of whether she goes with us.
And do we want to let this dude loose?
Well, the other thing is that if we take the bracelet off of him and the bracelet onto her, she can't run away.
Do you know how to do that with the bracelet?
I mean, I rolled a 20 to. Right. I mean,
you
I
don't
think,
know the binding spell to do that.
Would I have to roll Arcana?
You don't know. You would have to find a binding spell.
Damn it.
I have rope.
I have rope also.
John I
think it's worth asking him first if he knows what the parchment is.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we set him free and he doesn't like it, we just kill him. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh yeah, sure. Just
this is why he doesn't like you.
Spiky bones float around him in defense.
Like, I'm literally rotting off of my own skeleton, but like, you give off bad vibes, man. Like, come on.
Sounds like you problem.
Well, and I chose this life, man.
Okay, so I'll walk back over.
We go back. Yep.
And, have you guys reached your quorum? Have you figured out what you want? Right? Like,
yes, actually, we did. I have this parchment, and we don't know what this language is. The death mage over here knows that he knows what the language is, but can't pin down what it is. Are you able to read it and tell us what it is, or tell us if you know what it is?
He looks at it, and you see he kind of like, I mean, it's hard to tell because he's a skeleton face, but like kind of slightly grimaces, but really more spits, and just like, oh, that's fucking celestial. Like, I can't fucking read that. Like, I'm a fucking lich, man. You think I sit there and like study celestial shit all the time? But no, that's celestial. Like, that's the divine language.
Oh,
right. Like the light, life, all that bullshit.
Okay. Well, at least we know what it is now. I thank you for that. That was helpful.
It is.
Okay. So the Beth over there, is she bound to?
She cool?
Is she cool? Is she also?
I mean, she's cool. I mean, she's a kid. Like,
Is she also bound with a lizard person or you? Like, is there something?
No. Is she attached to somebody? Is she seen anyone?
Okay, first off, you're a fucking creep if that's what you're saying.
That's not what that was, Adam.
Like, I really don't like you at this point, and I might just have to fucking kill you. That was uncalled for. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say.
We generally don't listen to him. We just listen to the other the two of us.
He's just there for when we need swords.
She's a child, man. Of course, like she's not. They don't need to put like some fancy bracelet on her. She's a child. They could kill her at any second if they wanted to. She's just there. They keep her here. They make her grow shit.
Do you think she likes that? Do you think she?
Oh hell no! Like I mean, I'm just letting her sleep. So I'm being. It's like well, she's like the only you talk to in any kind of positive way besides you three, and he looks back to you, Venrox, and he's like, except you, motherfucker, you need to fucking stay away. Like I don't know what your problem.
If we were to try and take her out of here to safety, somewhere she's not going to be used, are you bound to stop that from happening?
No. My job is just to stay here. She never actually, I was never told like I have to like watch over anything. Like I'm just kind of here.
Out of curiosity, are we running up on the time where people might be coming back in to check on you guys?
I mean, there's usually the core city here, but like, there's people here at least once every 2 days who come in, take whatever we make, or like, sometimes ask us like, ask us questions, or do, like do weird magic readings or shit on us, and then like take off, right? Like, so I don't like,
Well,
I probably wouldn't hang around here too much longer. Go home, right? I wouldn't measure for fucking curtain.
What would you do if you had freedom?
Well, I hadn't thought about that honestly. I think probably raise another zombie horde and try and carve out some kind of undead kingdom for myself. Like
my man.
Because I was trying to do that, before, because with the Tractus dead and like, I'd fought them a lot. That was all that fun really. And like, but now with they're dead, I'm like, you know what? There's gotta be like a little village no one really cares about where I can just have my little kingdom, just a little place to myself. Just like, a couple thousand undead thralls, like a simple life.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, I have an idea of how we can help each other out here. So it's clear that, the girl doesn't want to be here anymore. So we're going to take to safety. We know a good place where she could be, a kid and normal and everything. But we don't want to just leave you out in the lurch. She's been so good to us. So I'm thinking in return for always having safe passage in your new Lich Kingdom, we could take off. But in addition to something else, we could take off the bracelet for you. And in return, we want to know what you'd be willing to trade for that, in addition to free passage through your Lich Kingdom.
Roll a persuasion.
How do we let this guy negotiate?
I think his persuasion's high.
Because my persuasion is high, and that is a...
Not high.
That's a 14, actually.
He looks at you like, okay, well, I'll be honest. Get me the fuck out of here. Pretty high on my list. I'm willing to negotiate. I admit I'm at advantage here. Okay, like I admit, you guys are in the position of authority at this point. But like the Azisa, like Beth, she's worth money. I mean, I don't even know the plants. Like sometimes people come and just take a couple of those plants, and all of a sudden that's we're talking a couple $100 gold a plant, man. Like I'm just saying, it just, I mean, I don't really need money because I like live forever. I don't need to eat or drink or anything. It's never bad to have, I guess.
Hey man, I'm working towards that myself,
So, like I'll just say this. You let me out of here. I don't care what you do to Beth. I mean, she's sweet. Please don't hurt her because I kind of like her and she's my but like you get her out of here, you let me go. And yeah, if I set up a Lich Kingdom, you guys are totally chill. You come in and out, like, well, I don't know if I'll have food for you, find some, or at least, get a place to stay, that's relatively safe. And yeah, no, I think that's cool. I think I can do that. I can do that.
How about in addition to that, if we free you, you help us get safely back to our ship with Beth, and then we say our goodbyes.
Ways.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion.
Sure.
I'm gonna head out.
I know. So that's a 20.
Okay. Yeah, that seems fair. And plus, I'd like to say bye to Beth properly and make sure she gets, she's really, but I just want to make that clear, like, like she's a nice little, she's a nice girl, and so like if you guys are gonna take her someplace on tour, or anything fucked up, I'll kill you all, right? And like I'll wear your hats, fucking like a cock plate, okay? But like, she's a sweet girl. I like her. She don't deserve this.
Okay, that seems
Sounds good to me.
fair. So let's go wake up Beth, and then we'll break your bracelet, and you'll escort us out.
Sure.
Okay. So we walk over to the kid.
Okay, you wake her up and she like startles, but seeing that the skeleton seems cool with you seems to put her at ease. Do you need me to grow something?
No, we'd like to get you out of here, actually.
And you see she kind of looks around and is like, Where's Lucia?
She the snake lady?
Yeah.
She's gone.
Well,
From here.
she's
for
not
now.
around right now. We
on.
we killed one of the
You
other
guys are
snake
terrible
people and
on
her
children.
companions
Now
to
you're
try to
parents.
find you. And we'd like to take you someplace safer.
Yeah, she totally knows you're lying. Like that she's like not dead or anything. That like she's like, ah. But she looks and she sees and like she looks over at the skeleton. She's like kind of gives like the you are these guys chill, like muscle menos type of thing. And you see the skeleton gives her like the hang 10 like sign, like the hang loose sign. She's like,
Perfect.
Nice.
as long as we get to leave. Do we get to leave?
We are
Yes.
going to leave.
You see she goes to like her bedroll and she has like a small doll that she's kind of patched together and things like that. And she takes that, a couple of other things and like a bag and she's like fucking ready to go. Right. Like just like, okay, let's go.
All right.
All right.
Tom, do your thing.
Well, it's just to break the bracelet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then
Yeah, but
I tell Adam
I'm making
to
you
do it
Why do I have to do it? He's scared of me.
because I'm gonna tell him it's gonna be okay. But this is our strongest guy.
Oh, that's right. Your strength is like shit.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, I'll probably roll a 1. So you want me to roll strength?
I mean, I would assume so.
You're just like trying to break it,
Right.
like rip it off his wrist.
11. So 13.
That's enough. Yeah, it's a small silver bracelet. You
It's
like
like a
pop it
Tiffany's
off.
bracelet.
Yeah, you pop it off, it falls to the ground, and the moment it does, like you just feel the earth shake, and like all of a sudden, there's like 15 different like skeletons rise up, people whose bodies have been buried in here.
Pretty sure this was a good idea.
And you look and you see them, and like they all just kind of like turn like simultaneously. They're controlled by one and.
What?
And he's like, all right, like, okay, so that felt good. We can leave. And you see the little girl, Beth comes and like takes the skeleton's hand. And she's, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, my name is Mandalosacia, but people call me Mandy. So
Mandy.
So lead the way, guys. My boys will make sure things stay safe. But let's go.
All right, so we lead them out.
All right, so we'll end the session there as you guys a small army of skeletons towards Lucerne.
I'm sure that's not disconcerting to anybody that sees.
In my head, I was like, "Why didn't I take Thunderclap?"
Yeah, as you have unleashed a power into the world.
Yeah, but
hey,
he's cool
we get free room and lodge. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Mandy's
And
cool with us.
And at the end of the day, too, I am also trying to become a Lich King one day. So
it's good to have friends in the business, right?
Like, exactly.
All that, and rivals. So I don't want to be near Tom when that goes down.
Hey, man, I believe in a capitalist economy. All competitions.
Oh God.
True capitalism, not corporism.
Oh my God. All right. Well, there we go. Next time we'll see the fallout of your decisions.
Lich Kingdom it's fine. It's fine.
You guys are just helping start a Lich Kingdom. It's fine.
Hey, we just needed the girl.
See, now I can put on my resume, part of a startup.
Yeah, exactly. Venture capitalist. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
invested in local opportunities.
In case anything happens, I should ask if there's applications for whites.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
Army.
See, if you die, hey, look, now we have a way to in canon get you back if you die. You become one of Mandy's whites.
Dude, when I hit level 10, I'm basically undead, so I'm waiting for that. Oh yeah, when I hit level 10, I no longer need to eat, sleep, or breathe.
What are you playing?
Warlock, but my patron is the Undying, which I'm letting Danny eventually control what that is. But the gist of it is, like, right now I'm like basically kind of half rotting myself, but I don't suffer any of the effects of being sick. And then at level 10, yeah, I basically become pure undead, but like still in control of myself, which is pretty dope.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
this would
so-
We'll get to
this would have been
war
this
of
would have been
liches.
this would have been a bad time if Adam decided to be any cleric.
Turned undead.
I'm multi-classing into fighter cleric and paladin.
Yeah, can you at level 3 turn a Lich King? I don't think you can, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No,
It would
level
be
10.
more
Nat
annoying.
20. No.
Level 10. Oh, speaking of levels, are we level 3
You're
still
still
for next?
We're still
Yeah.
level
Yeah,
3.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Calm down
Yeah.
there. Come
You
down,
only
come
killed a
down,
few
nerd.
people. You couldn't even finish off the snake.
Oh my god, I swear, like those Eldritch Blashes, because like, okay, do you know how much damage I do in an Eldritch Blast? It's insane. I do 1d10 force damage plus 3. Like, that's almost 13 damage outright. And I missed.
You missed 4 times.
Because you need to roll better.
Yeah, I do.
You need to actually like hit.
I'm actually really suspicious that Danny decided, because like after I said curses at my patron, put in some plug-in code that said every time Tom rolls, subtract 5, because his patron is mad at him.
Yeah, you shouldn't curse at your patron. You should be begging your patron. I'm sorry, give me.
This is very similar about how our encounters went with Jeff.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the the common denominator there.
This is also why for the longest time the psychic armor 3K, because I need this one power to go off, and it didn't in a good game.
Fair
That's
enough.
Too funny.
All right.
Well,
I'm
this is
gonna
good.
Stop the stream.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks for